Hi guys, welcome back to the Trekyards. Let me pull up the chat here. Let's see what y'all are about. How you doing today? I don't know if you saw our live earlier, but it's quite fun. So yeah, I got some new costumes. All right, where's my live? There's my live. Hit like, everybody. First way to start off. Look, I got a little ad before my live. Tuning in my own live, and I get an ad for Star Trek Fleet Command. Fantastic ads for this thing, by the way. I love the graphics. I love the battles they do, the scenes they use, the angles they use. It's amazing. And they play the game, and it's fucking garbage. It's sad, really. But Fleet Command, there you go. Matt's like, he's alive. Yes. And Gerald says it's alive. Yes. All right. Let's see ads on my own thing. That's great. At least it's a Star Trek ad, so they know what side their bread is buttered on. You know. So. Ooh. Yeah. All right. Let's skip the ads. And welcome, guys. Welcome. How many nacelles are on that ship? Well, 2. And then it's got some kind of weird transformation funkiness that makes it 3. So is it a dreadnought? No, probably not. I've moved a few things around. I don't know if you noticed, but the transporter room, the Hallmark one, is back here now instead of the captain's chair. So I don't know how that looks. You guys will have to let me know if it's an improvement. If it's not, whatever. Daniel Rutledge, gotta say, I like the design of the ship tremendously and see this as a way to bring a new audience to Star Trek if it's on Nickelodeon or its Canadian equivalent. It'll be on CTV Sci-Fi channel, so it's the same channel as Picard and Lower Decks and all that. Doramy says, better not be 3. Better bloody well be 3. It's got 2, but then it transforms for special mode because it's got a third nacelle because it's an NX ship. It means it's experimental. And some people were saying earlier that they didn't like the way that the warp effect looked, the tunnels or the corridors. First of all, we're not sure that's how it looks. This is just an intro to the show. Second of all, it's an experimental drive, probably sent to help Voyager or something. Maybe that's why it's in the Delta Quadrant. We just don't know. So we need to wait. There's a nacelle hidden in the secondary hull that exposes when activating whatever FTL drive it uses. Warp, transwarp, quantum, slipstream. Yes. Matt Borman says, hey, nice shirt. Thank you, Matt. The Protostar kind of reminds me of a J-type 327 Nubian Royal Starship in the Phantom Menace. Animated Trek is knocking out of the park with the space and ship shots. The theme song was virtually incredible. Has a lot of Voyager influences, I noticed. Yes, the opening, though, feels very JJ-esque, especially the music, very JJ-esque, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. I think the music in the JJ films was absolutely the best part of those films. So I kind of like it. And I knew this is coming. Dormy says, I'm hardcore Roddenberry's rules. I don't like any ships, Federation or otherwise, that violate those rules. I also don't like how spindly they all look. Dude, relax on the rules. Look, this is a Starship channel. We love starships. We love the rules. We love the tech. However, the Starship design rules are bullshit. They were just put into place by Roddenberry to discredit Franz Joseph's work, who earlier he worked together with Franz Joseph on those technical manuals to make those ships. But then they had a falling out. So when the motion picture came out, he came up with the rules, the Starship design rules, the 4 of them. One of them is the pairs rule, which is bullshit, especially in later. I can maybe see it in TOS era. Sure, fine, whatever. But technology progresses. Line of sight and the pairs rule is bullshit. especially in the Defiant. There's no line of sight on the Defiant nacelles at all. I mean, you can argue the point, but it's clearly not. So anyway, so we got a hardcore stickler for the rules. Bah. Words. Um, Wesley says, "Oh, I get it. A slipstream drive, like the Star Trek Online ships are often using. We're not sure what it's going to be in canon. In the show itself, it could be completely different. We're not sure yet, so we're just waiting." SC Scout Guy, it was kind of neat seeing it fly around the main characters' bodies in the opening. Yeah, that was actually cool, and to see the holographic Janeway face. It's a show for kids to get kids interested in Trek universe. Let them bend the rules. It's not. Everybody's saying it's a show for kids, and yes, it was billed that way. However, we're gonna have to wait and see what the feel is. Technically, the Clone Wars was made for kids. However, it is obviously more adult themed. We're gonna see how this one is. I don't think it's for kids. Like they're gonna teach you how to count to. Give me a warp in the factor of 5, 6, 7. What comes after 7, boys and girls? Like, it's not going to be that bullshit. It's not for kids. We'll have to see what the feel is. And from what it looks like, it doesn't look like it's for kids. It's just not going to be as dark as Picard and Discovery and all the new Trek that they've been doing. So maybe they think all the original Star Treks were for kids because they didn't explore dark themes. Who knows with the people in charge of this shit what's going to be the case. We're already jumping like way into this. So what I'm going to say is I really enjoyed this opening. It's on par right up there with, it's a contender for like one of the best openings in Star Trek, in my opinion. Right up there with Voyager. Voyager, I think, has the most beautiful opening of all of the Star Treks. And this one definitely is up there. It's definitely ship porn to the max. Like, this is ship porn hub. You know what I'm saying? So I love that. The fact that it was so focused on the ship was actually kind of cool, especially for a channel like Trekyards. So, and if you want to get all nitpicky about the third engine, it obviously has two nacelles, and then the third one is a boost drive or some kind of drive that opens up a portal or a wormhole or accesses slipstream or something like that. We're not sure how it works yet, so let's just tone it down a bit there. Fleet Pass Swiftback $5. Chatters never ever tell us the rules. Emergency, emergency. Someone is a gatekeeper. Someone is a gatekeeper. Fleetpot is, of course, kidding. But yeah, the rules, the Starship Design rules, we did a 2-part episode on those with Andrew Probert, who is also a huge stickler for the rules. Andrew Probert is very much the Gene Roddenberry rules, and I get it. So I understand where you're coming from, but things change, things evolve, things adapt, especially with technology and especially over time. So to say that the pairs rule is still a thing all those years later with ships like the Defiant and things like that, I think it's BS. And I never agreed with the rules of Starship Design rules for that very reason, just because Gene Roddenberry was a little bit petty and childish when it came to that. So those were only created to discredit Franz Joseph's work, that being the Saladin class, the one nacelle destroyers, the three nacelle dreadnought, the Federation class, things like that. And yet we see 3 nacelled ships in TNG. There was the Niagara class, which is one of the ships at the Battle of Wolf 359. It is a 3 nacelled ship. We've had all other examples of 3 or odd numbered nacelled ships. So I really have no issue with it. There was even some single nacelled ships at the Battle of Wolf 359, actually. So I call bullshit on the pairs rule, especially in the TNG era. So don't come at me with the Starship Design rules bullshit to discredit this ship for the reason you don't like it. I think that's silly. Sorry, I don't mean to be picking on you. It's one of those pet peeves of mine, and this is my life. It's my channel. I'm going to say what I feel, and hopefully I think that's what a lot of people appreciate. So anyway, but anyway, as for the opening, I think it was glorious. It was beautiful, and I loved the music. That little tinge at the end was awesome. But then to see Star Trek Prodigy, and then above it the stupid, it's childish looking Nickelodeon above it was remarkably annoying. We're going to see more probably from Prodigy on September 8th, which is Star Trek Day. They're doing a bunch of panels and things. So we're going to get more information about some of these new shows, including probably Picard Season 2, Discovery Season 4. We're going to get a Strange New Worlds trailer. I'm betting the farm on that. If not a trailer, at least a teaser. We haven't seen anything from Strange New Worlds yet. So that'll be interesting to see. And I feel like they might be showing more Prodigy stuff as well. So we'll have to wait and see. But as of right now, I'm really super happy with the intro that they're showing here. So well, now I'm curious. What comes after 7 of 9? SC Scout Guy, the ship does seem like it is very small. It even looks smaller than the Nova class. It does look smaller than the Nova class. It looks like a very small ship. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, it is an NX serial number, which means it is an experimental ship, and it is in the Delta Quadrant. So why is it in the Delta Quadrant? Was it part of the plan to bring back Voyager? I don't know. We don't know. We'll figure that out as we go. So I have no problem with a lot of the stuff we've seen so far. Wesley says, I mean, Pokemon is a show for kids, but there's plenty of adult Pokemon fans out there trading cards and shiny Palkia or whatever. Exactly. Phoebe Seymour, I did think the intro was a little pervy. She flies around the characters, but at the end it flies over Janeway's breast. I mean, wouldn't you? I would. Just saying. Entropy, good opening visuals. The music was a little uninspiring. The ship looks good. And is that transwarp? We're not sure. Like I said, it's an experimental ship, so it could be any new form of transportation that they want to pull out their asses. This third nacelle could literally be a generator to generate particle wormhole or quantum something to make the thing go fast. So 80 people watching right now, 39 likes, guys. Hit that like button. I want to get it to at least 50. And please feel free to super chat. I would really appreciate it. It really helps out the channel. So if you can, please do. Adam Vera says, yay, Foley. Or yeah, Foley. Or yay, Foley. I don't know what you're saying. Wesley said, did you just demonetize this video? LOL. What did I do? What did I do to demonetize? Haven't had anything really demonetized except for copyright claims on some music occasionally. So, Marvin R. The opening visuals were Voyager-esque and a bit of Discovery in it, just the ship flying around, flashy space scenes, but getting Discovery-style relevant imagery appearing behind the ship. Yeah, like I said, it's got a very Discovery or JJ feel to it, and I'm actually on board with that. Especially the music felt very JJ. I don't think it felt uninspired at all, but I actually really enjoyed watching that opening. So far, I think the show's off to a pretty good start with everything we've seen visual-wise and stuff, and having Kate Mulgrew aboard and Robert Beltran coming back to probably voice Chakotay. It'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. I am very curious about this show. Dom says, I liked it too. My favorite thing is I saw the Protostar has variable geometry nacelles for its warp drive. Yeah, that's one thing I didn't like, is that the two warp engines drop down. Again, we'll probably get an explanation for it. Variable geometry, much like Intrepid class, which is to prevent damage or reduce damage to the subspace layer because of the TNG episode where they were damaging everything. Smart smears. I think the 4Kids thing is marketing speak that was forced on them, like Lower Decks is called teen comedy. Yeah, I believe so as well. Feed me Seymour. If the third nacelle appears on its butt, where does the shuttles land? I don't know. Excuse me. I don't think it's big enough to have shuttles, to be honest. It doesn't seem like a big ship at all. Tomorrow, Samuel and myself are going to be filming a first reaction video to this, or to this intro, and we're also going to be filming a first real look at the Protostar. Sure, we got to see it in the teaser trailer that came earlier, but we got to see a lot more views of it this time and seen the drive thing. So we'll have some videos on the way for you guys. And tomorrow night's live will probably be on the intro. I'm not sure what we're doing tomorrow night for the live, but be sure to tune in and check that out. Ozzy says CEMH. How can I help you today? Sergeant Montgomery, epic fail. I have to go watch the trailer. Yes, you do. Unfortunately, it's region locked anywhere outside of fucking America. However, there is one place on Twitter where when I click the link, there's somebody else shared it, I guess, and for some reason I can watch it there. So I have seen it a few times now, and we'll see how it goes. Feed Me Seymour says, I don't know the technical term, but the third nacelle comes out of the butt in the ship. Oh, well, I just read that one. Small ship may not have shuttles, yeah. Entropy 11, it's probably too small for a shuttle. It's clearly capable of landing on its own. I'm guessing it's hero ship sized, maybe 50 meters. Doesn't need a shuttle. Might have a bitty captain's yacht. Yeah, we're not sure exactly what's going on with it. It might have one kind of auxiliary craft like the Aero Shuttle or a Wave Rider or something like that, but who knows? It's too early to tell. Also noticed the nacelle moves like Voyager. The saucer is pointy like Voyager, but felt it had more of a Voyager J from the future feel. Yeah, it was a little bit sleeker. I do really like the design. Like, this is a great design. I want Eagle Moss to make a version of this ship because I think it's a fantastic design. It keeps Rick's design aesthetic for this era with that pointy Aero Delta head on the ship, and I like that. So please keep that up. That is a fantastic. I'm not sure we're going to see any more Federation ships necessarily, but I keep looking at this and it looks like dirt, but it's hair. It's like shaved and it's weird length, and I'm blonde, so it's just awful. Third engine, almost certainly not part of the warp system. It's a booster. It's either a booster, like I said, or it's one of the elements that makes this ship go faster than probably warp 10 using wormholes, like I said, or some kind of weird quantum thing. Who knows? Des says, pleasantly surprised with the trailer, as was I. Marvin says, even Enterprise D had a third nacelle for a while until time shenanigans erased it. Yeah, even the Galaxy X had the 3 nacelles. Ozzy Medeiros, can I permission to buzz Trekyards today? No buzz in Trekyards, even though I'm wearing my Top Gun shirt. It's like, usually you get Maverick as the hero, but this is the Iceman shirt. Yeah, Iceman. I feel the need for speed. Yeah. All my life I thought I was Maverick. Turns out I'm actually more like Iceman. I got a friend of mine, Brad, who's a lot like Maverick, but I'm more of the asshole Iceman. So, Mud Tactics, great name. It gets extra warpiness from the hidden third nacelle. Yes, warpiness. Let's see, we have 65 likes with 91 people here. That's awesome, guys. That's not good enough, though. Let's get to 80 likes. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and keep the super chats flowing. This chair is literally on its last legs. This is probably the last time you'll hear it creaking in a video, as tomorrow we're picking up a new office chair for Sylvia. This is actually Sylvia's office chair because it's just the next room. This chair will be going away, so I apologize for the squeakiness. Fleet Paw Swiftback, $2. What an awesome birthday present. Star Trek Day panels. Happy birthday to you on September 8th. I'm saying it now, so if I forget, Fleet Paw, I already said it. The captain was first. Happy birthday, Fleet Paw. Sergeant Montgomery, damn, that looks good. I dig the modular design configuration. Hell yeah. Jadic Productions, Stuart, you may be a Janeway. I'm a B'Elanna. I like Klingon females. I don't like Klingon females. I mean, there's one or two that are kind of hot, but Jaddock Productions. Having said that, I look forward to all new Trek. I forked out for a Paramount Plus membership. Ooh. Wesley says, I said that about the demonetizing because you said ship Pornhub. LOL. YouTube's robots are always watching, waiting, and judging us. But I was half joking as well. Don't take it too serious. I don't. Will Robert Picardo be on the show of Prodigy as the EMH doctor? I mean, I could see it happening if we got an EMH or an EMC or an ECM, emergency command. Well, she's an ETM actually, or she's an ETH, emergency training hologram, I guess is what Janeway is. So possibly. In a review with Ethan Phillips about the show Avenue 5, he said, right now I'm doing some voice work for an animated show. He did say that. Joseph Barbato, I thought it looked like the warp at the end of Beyond. It did kind of. Mitch says, don't be annoyed. Nickelodeon's branding, they are the ones giving it to us. True. Feed Me Seymour says, I want an Eagle Moss ship of this already. John says, hey gang, sorry I missed another Q&A. Missed the Q&A earlier. That's okay, John. It's all right. You can go back and watch it if you want. There's some cool stuff in there, but thank you for making it to this one. DS Win puts in $5. So thank you so much for the super chats. They're greatly appreciated. 100 people watching, 73 likes, guys. Hit that like button. Let's get up to at least 80. That's 7 more. Let's try to get to 100, but hit that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do all that stuff. And if you can super chat, I would really, really appreciate it. It's awesome. Anyway, so DS Win, super chat, $5. Looking forward to the show. My hope, revisit some of the world's themes that Voyager had come across before. By the way, fellow fan of the TOS Dreadnought. Boom, baby. Yeah. I think that other guy that commented about the design rules is not here or being very quiet. I didn't mean to ream him out, but Marvin R., I know she's watching the video shared by Kate Mulgrew, and I'm in Europe. Yeah, it was available to everybody for a while on Twitter at least, and then it very quickly went dark. So Wesley says, you got to have at least one shuttle because Star Trek transporters politely go offline whenever the plot or writers need them to. This is true. This is absolutely 100% true. But if you can land your whole ship, which I think this one definitely can. So John says that's the trailer on Twitter for those outside the USA. Eric says it looks like a good show. Matt Boardman says, we are dealing with a prototype starship, so pretty much anything goes. Absolutely. Smart Smears. Come to think of it, Discovery feel is a good sign since Discovery aesthetics do fit the 2380s more than the 2360s. Or the 2260s. Yes. 100%. Yes. It has nitrous. John says, it was a good theme tune, classic Trek in many ways. Matt Boardman, the Excelsior had a transwarp drive, which then got nixed because it didn't work. Hey, I've worn Iceman's helmet from that first movie. Hey, Matt. Fuck you. Fleet Pass Swiftback, $2. No, you killed the goatee. Are you Mayor Foley? Didn't kill it. I trimmed it. It's very, very trimmed. Which actually wasn't a good thing. I went a little too short, and it's a little prickly. It's like that whisker rub. So, I don't know if there's any kids in the audience, but the other night when, I was downtown doing some things, with Sylvia, she was like, hey, it's kind of, did you, yeah, I shaved. So, a little too prickly for that kind of stuff. But nobody wanted to hear that. So, moving on. I'm expecting and hoping for the Protostar toy. I want one with the pop-out nacelles. Well, see, that's cool because now that Playmates is back doing Star Trek, they always made really good ships. So, yes, by all means, give us a Playmates Protostar and other ships as well. Playmates really did good stuff. Adam Vera, kick the tires and light the fires. Joe Dracan, the wonderful USS Hendershot, willing to buzz space dock control. Feed Me Seymour. Kim theorized on the Omega episode that a protostar creating a wormhole to get them home. Tom Paris first to get to warp 10. I'd go so far as to say the ship is a combo of knowledge from Voyager. Yeah, I mean, the name Protostar, experimental drive, that or experimental ship, and that extra drive, and the effects we saw were quite unique. So, who knows? God damn it! Smart Smear's gonna miss the chair. It isn't a Foley live without a chair squeak and coughing at the beginning. Hey, the coughing usually goes away, man. I didn't cough for like 8 or 9 months, and nobody said a goddamn word. The coughing's kind of seasonal. It's weird. Star Wreck. I miss Star Trek theme songs that actually had a distinctive tune. Feed Me Seymour. Tom Paris, Harry Kim probably worked on a ship based on their knowledge and experience. Ozzy says, Matt Boardman, Scotty took parts from Excelsior to fix the Enterprise's warp drive. He didn't take parts to fix the Enterprise that I know of. He just removed some parts from Excelsior. And that's not why the transwarp... Okay, this is another misunderstanding that a lot of people have. A lot of people... Why did the transwarp program fail just because Scotty sabotaged the Excelsior? That's not why. They did a lot of trial runs for that. We'd actually done a data file episode on transwarp drive, and we explain in that why it was a failure. In fact, the Enterprise A at the end of Star Trek 4 had transwarp drive in it. If you look at the panels behind Spock, there's actually transwarp. It says transwarp on them because it did have a transwarp drive. Michael Okuda designed those LCARs or those screens. And then at the beginning of Star Trek 5, the reason the Enterprise is such a piece of shit is because the transwarp drive project was a failure. They had to rip out all the transwarp components and put in the old ones. So the ship was essentially not in a good place. Hey, John Bates, how's it going? Enjoy your lunch. You missed the Federation Mandalorian, and it was epic. Yeah, the Captain Mando. Engage. I have spoken. No, engage. This is the way. Virin Victus, $2. Still on board, but that intro was too disco-y, to be honest. I mean, I can see that. I've already said that it's got a very disco and JJ kind of vibe to it, but I really enjoyed it, honestly. The music was spot on. The ship looked beautiful. So there's a lot going for it. Jason O, I want a Cerritos XL before anything. We are on the second season of Lower Decks and nothing from Eagle Moss. I know. I feel your pain. Fleet Paw says, hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's make Foley happy and hit the like. Well, we have 77 likes. We're still not at 80 yet. We need another 3 more likes to get to 80. Come on, 2 people out there right now because it's at 78. 2 people haven't hit that like button. There we go. We're at 80. Hit that like button yet again, and let's get up to 100. 100 likes, guys. We can do it. Feed Me Seymour. Foley, you need to wear the Federation Mandalorian costume at the next TrekCon you go to because this is the way. I need to get the goddamn Black Series helmet. This one's fine and all, but it's just... It's just not the super comfortablest. Like, it looks good. It's all right, but I really want the Black Series one. Then I'll definitely dress up as Captain Mando more often. But yeah, so let's see. Ozzy says Mark II went to find the Doctor Mark I. Jadok, not Trek related, however, I have awesome news. I have been promoted to store manager. It came through as of Monday. That's awesome, man. Congrats. Matt Boardman is laughing for some reason. I know I'm behind in the chat. I get it. But this is the way. And I got an itchy face. Itchy. Guess it didn't help that one of the mods called the design dude out. I'm not saying it was me, but I think there was a $5 super chat involved. Whistles innocently. Well, hopefully he didn't leave. Hopefully he's still here and I haven't scared him away. I just speak my mind, and if shit's pissing me off, I'm going to let you know. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't say what you want to hear. I tell you what's on my mind. My opinions change occasionally. I'm big enough to admit I've made a mistake or I've said something wrong or that my views have changed. But I will call it like it is, in my mind. So if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. Actually, I do. Hit like. We have 89. You can maybe see the reflection. We have 89 people. Well, now we have 91 people here and 89 likes, guys. Come on. I want to take this off now because this is the way. Oh no, my bucket. All right. Pug's looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, what was on your head? All right. Wesley Davis, any of you guys going to be at Dragon Con this week? I'll be there. I will not be there, but if anybody in the chat's there, let him know. Feed Me Seymour, when are they making Starfleet Academy? Hey, Feed Me Seymour, go hang out with your buddy, Mr. Basil Rathbone, if that is his real name. Fleetpaw Swiftback, prickly, shakes my head. I did not need that image. Laughing my ass off. Sassiskoka, I wonder if the Protostar has any weapons since it is a prototype and is so small. We're not sure. It doesn't look like it has phaser strips. It doesn't look like it has ball turrets from what we've seen of it. So who knows? It might not have any weapons. And that might be part of the kids show aspect because these kids are flying the ship around. The Janeway training program might be like, you know, fighting isn't always the way, even though this is the way. It's the perfect time to have the Mandalorian mask on. But, so yeah, let's solve problems with diplomacy. Let's do the Federation ideal stuff. So who knows? Matt Boardman, when you're alone and life is making you lonely, you can always go downtown, downtown, downtown. She wrapped my hands around my waist. Anyway, Wesley, imagine if they eventually reveal the hologram wasn't made by prime timeline Janeway, but angry alternate future Janeway from Endgame. Oh. Area 51. Could your seasonal cough be caused by high pollen count? Possibly. It's only been like the last 2 or 3 years, and it's generally in the summer. It goes away when the weather gets colder, but nobody notices when I'm not coughing. When I cough, everybody complains. But this is the way. It's also the way that when my internet is working fucking beautifully for these lives, nobody says anything. But the second it drops out during a live with Samuel, it's, of course, oh, the Canadian internet, ha ha ha. So, you know, things can go right 99% of the time and nobody says a goddamn word. The second one thing goes wrong, oh, well, that's people are going to harp on that now. You saying Grandma Janeway made the hologram? Ooh, Fleetpaw haven't shared the data file on the transwarp. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Fleetpaw. Right Sublet says, hi, hey, Stuart. Greetings from Florida. Greetings from Canada. Raymond Anders, when's the next time you are in the United States? Well, I was going to be going to Chicago on September 24th to October 4th, but that's been canceled now for multiple reasons, one of which being the border is now closed until the 21st of September, and we're not sure about the COVID crossing the border bullshit restrictions and whether it's for necessary travel only, well, whatever. Anyway, so instead, I'm going to be going on September 26th. I'm going to be flying down to Grand Prairie, Alberta. So if anybody's in Alberta, I'll be there for a week from September 26th to October 4th. October 2nd. I don't know. One of those days. I can't even remember now. God damn it. But yeah, I'll be in Alberta. So I'm visiting a friend of mine, Jay. His birthday's actually on September 26th. So the day I fly in is his birthday. So we're going to have a good time. I haven't seen him in a while. So anyway, but when's the next time in the States? Probably. I want to go to the States by the end of the year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Like I said, definitely in April, though, because there is the Chicago convention, April 22nd. April sometime, there's a convention in Chicago, the Creation Convention. So who knows? Feed Me Seymour, concept idea, Captain Mando carrying a baby Spock. Ooh, that's great. I have a baby Yoda over there. But yeah, baby Spock would be kind of funny. Or Captain Mando carrying Kayshawn when he became a puppet. Make a baby Spock puppet for your Captain Mando. Matt Boardman is laughing at my Scotty joking. Oh, okay. Adam Vera, it wasn't me, but and like, I don't know, I kind of hanging like everyone. Well, welcome, Adam. Haven't seen you for a while. You haven't super chatted during one of my VRs in a while. Jeddak Productions. This captain calls a spade a fucking spade. Sorry for the language, Cap. You look good as Uncle Maddo. Preston M. I didn't get the notification. Coming in late again. That's okay. Ever played Casehead? No, I haven't. Max K06 says, if the ship is a prototype for Slipstream, I think it would be awesome to see an Odyssey class in Picard because it also has a Slipstream drive. Cool, yeah. Travis says, so what are we here for? We're talking about the Prodigy, Star Trek Prodigy intro they released today. It's like 1 minute and 26 seconds long, something like that. And it's great. It's pure ship porn. The Protostar looks fantastic in it. Beautiful visuals, nebulas, really interesting character designs for the way the ship's flying around. Like, it's just cool. It's just cool. It's just cool. Wesley says, do you think that the existence of a kids show with a Star Trek name now makes it basically impossible for an R-rated Star Trek series or Quentin Tarantino movie to get made? I do not think that at all. No, absolutely not. Fleetpaw, my ability to share things is why you keep me around, at least I think, anyway. You're a great guy, and you're very good at your job, so there's lots of reasons why I keep you around. Good old gamer, your internet drops on regular lives because it's prime time for you at 5 when the normies get off of work and all that. More traffic online. More online traffic. Yeah, absolutely. It's literally from 5 to 7, and everybody gets off work at 5. So that's why around 6 o'clock, generally everybody's on the internet, while they're making supper, before supper, after supper, I don't know. And our neighborhood's an older neighborhood, so the infrastructure's older. So yeah, that's exactly why. We will be getting fiber soon, though. They're putting fiber in down at the end of the street, and maybe next summer they'll have it headed this way. So there you go. John says, don't think that Tarantino movie's ever getting made. I think it's unfortunate because he has a real passion for TOS. Yeah, I mean, I always would be interested in seeing what a Tarantino Star Trek movie would be like. I'm not sure it'd be great, but we don't know. We'd have to wait and see. Tim says, after watching the opening, I would keep hearing an Avenger-ish type of score and the new theme. I still love it, though. Yeah, I got more of a JJ movie vibe, like a Kelvin film vibe. And honestly, the Kelvin films, the best part of them was the soundtrack. The music was fantastic in those. Max says, I think I have to go off soon because at my place it's already 4 a.m. Well, thank you for joining, Max. And if you have to leave, no problem. Thank you for hanging out for a little bit. And sorry it's so late, but we kind of like to hit all time zones and stuff. So, good old gamer. The MCU didn't make it impossible for Deadpool. Taylor Helton, if you could combine the knowledge of only 2 captains and an emergency holographic assistant, who do you choose? Cisco, for sure. Probably Cisco and Picard. Picard has the diplomatic angle. Cisco has the hot-headedness of Kirk and Archer, but a little more tempered. Plus, he's also got the diplomatic aspect as well. So I think those are probably the best ones. Janeway would probably be a good choice as well. But okay, if you're hearing a noise, it's the pug snoring. Puggins, Puggins, Puggins. You're snoring, Puggins. He's keeping the people can hear you snoring. John says your mother-in-law is really talented. That doll is quality. Well, thank you so much. I don't know if you've seen the Captain Foley and Commander Cocking's ones we have as well, but yeah. Feed me Seymour and give that baby Spock a discovery beard. Ha ha ha. Yes, this Captain Mando and baby Spock idea is coming together. Awesome Star Trek Prodigy and show, says John. DS win. Take care, Captain. Off to dinner. All right, enjoy your dinner, man. Good old gamer. I wonder what the thing on the back of the Prodigy ship is. It's either a booster or some kind of experimental drive. Probably a wormhole generator or something like that would be our guess. So, feed me Seymour. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Coulson's car. Yeah. The Men in Black car as well. SC Scout Guy. Do we know what it costs to make these animated shows? It has to cost a lot less than Discovery and Picard. Hope we get more animated Star Trek shows. It probably does cost a lot less, and yes, I agree. I always thought they should do a Star Trek anthology series where every season is literally something new, but it's all CG generated, such as like one season, the first season is TOS in that nice TOS but CG animated style. Fantastic. Next season goes to like Nemesis era. And maybe the stories interconnect somehow, or the crew are related to each other in some way. Like that'd be kind of cool. And then season 3 you'd go back to like Archer's time or something. Season 4 you jump to the movie era time for the whole season, kind of like American Horror Story kind of thing. So Raymond Anders, what is your favorite assault cruiser from the FASA role-playing game? It's funny, Raymond Anders. I'm not making fun of your name, but the Andor class. I love the Andor class, the Andorian-inspired torpedo gunboat, essentially. It's a fantastic design. And ironically, I have one right here. What are the odds? This is it. I love this design. I think it's great. This 3D print's a little bit wonky because the nacelles are a little bit, but this is the Andor class, and it's got torpedo tubes on the side of these pods, so it like comes in, unloads in the middle of a battle, and then gets the hell out of there. But that's the Andor class. I love this design. I think it's a beautiful design. Stunning. Smart Smears, the part at the beginning where the ship goes into warp and the stars start going by quickly was amazing. Just another compliment about the visuals. Travis says, just seen the intro. It's a bit long. I thought the same thing. Usually intros these days are 15 seconds. Back in the day, like for G.I. Joe and Thundercats, it was like this epic, thing. There's like a minute and a half. This was a minute and a half long. So it is a little bit long. I agree. Jedi Productions, I can't wait for new Trek, but until then, I have gone back to my childhood on Paramount Plus. Has been awesome. Angry Beavers are awesome. It's because I'm a Canadian, isn't it? Wesley says, hell yes, I want to see the Odyssey class in a Trek show on the big screen. Wooden Flute says, sorry if this has been asked. If this ship is sent to rescue Voyager, why would it have a hologram of Janeway on it? Probably doesn't. But it didn't have it initially. See, my thought is it was sent to maybe get Voyager. It crash landed. These kids find it, they activate it. They are like, okay, we need information about the quadrant we're in. We need what's going on. Who in your Starfleet database knows the most about the Delta Quadrant? And the ship would be like USS Voyager trapped in the Delta Quadrant. So Captain Janeway, and it either creates an image of Janeway that way, or maybe it's possible that the Protostar was close to Voyager. Voyager, flew by this planet. The ship kind of locked onto Voyager and downloaded some stuff. So when the kids ask, we need help, who knows a lot about the Delta Quadrant? The ship would be like, well, the nearest Federation starship that has been in this sector is the USS Voyager. And here's the information. Here's the captain. Whoop, and there's Janeway. That's my guess. Raymond Anders, hi from Northwest Arkansas, and I love your show. Well, thank you very much, Raymond. Much appreciated. And I love your display pick. I love trains. Huge steam fan. I don't like diesel locomotives. Steam locomotives have heart. They have character. The Berkshire and the Hudson are two classes I absolutely adore. So I love your display picture. It looks fantastic. Bill W. Jr. 2, Casehead, a game that involves sitting in your garage with friends, drinking a case of beer and listening to old 80s cassettes. Put the empty case on your head and your friends beat it off. Now the term beat it off conjures up images in my mind that they probably shouldn't. So I don't want my friends beating off or beating anything off on me. That's just not cool. Moving on. To put on their head, and then you beat it and put it back on your head, and the game goes on. A lot of beating and a lot of heads. The beating of heads, just the tip. I'm just going to move on. Belinda says, since this is a kids show, will they do a Mirror Universe-like episode in the show? Probably not, but you never know. I hate the description of kids show because a lot of people automatically dismiss it or they use it as an argument point. Like, oh, it's just a kids show. It's going to be stupid. Like I said, Clone Wars was a kids show, but it's also aimed at an older audience as well, right? So Cisco is willing to punch other gods. Yes. And Eric the Bat says, Transwarp. I mean, it could be Transwarp Drive. I kind of hope it isn't. I hope it's something like Slipstream or Quantum Slipstream or Wormhole Generator. Some kind of weird, funky new name would be cool. Listen, Puggins. Yeah, you need to move because you're snoring and the people don't like it. At least I don't like it. That is what Discovery was supposed to be, minus the CGI. Yes, it's supposed to be an anthology thing. Men in Black, yes, they have to have those big red button where Janeway says, don't push that button, and they push it. Good old gamer, the animation shows have a cost less because the live action ones copy paste ships all the time. CGI and Trek Anthology like Beast Wars and Beast Machines. Okay, Beast Wars, 3 seasons, excellent. Top tier fucking Transformers. Probably the third or second best of all the Transformers series ever made. Beast Machines is on the other end of that scale. It's not so great. And I say second or third because G1 obviously has its problems, but it's fucking G1. It's got to be up at number 1, unfortunately. And then Transformers Prime is also fantastically written and so well done that Beast Wars, Transformers Prime are like the 2 best written shows for Transformers, but G1's automatically clumped in there because it's fucking G1. So the Womp Rat, does the ship have 2 or 3 nacelles? It has 2 nacelles, and then when it opens up its wormhole, whatever, it has another one that pops out. So I don't think it technically has 3 nacelles at all. DW Craigie, do you think the R-rated Star Trek should be made? Yeah. Hell yeah. Let's take that. Would you please turn around from Star Trek Into Darkness and make that better? I mean, Alice Eve in her underwear was exquisite, but you can make that a tad better. Just saying. Or is that not the R rating you're talking about? John says, I'd love to see what Tarantino could do. He loves Kirk the way I love Kirk. The swashbuckling lady killer, aliens included. Thomas says, the Protostar is literally a star cruiser from STO. I'm surprised no one has said it yet. The Star Cruiser. I knew it looked familiar, but can't even picture which one you're talking about specifically now. So, hmm, I'm sure all the hate channels will say, "Oh, it's just good old gamer." Trek doesn't need nudity and gore, so no. That's the beauty of Trek. Anyone can watch it, and it usually has some class. Yeah, but you can also do nudity classy. It doesn't have to be full on like hardcore nudity, but you know, just saying. Feed Me Seymour. That isn't the full intro. If you notice, no credits overlapping showing who's in it, so this intro is incomplete. Yes, but it's the full length of the intro. It is the intro. It just doesn't have all of the overlays and stuff put on it yet. Eric the Bat. Paramount Plus has You Can't Do That on Television. That's a good show. Joseph says, I think they'll shorten the intro for TV. We saw the full version, but I bet they have a TV edit version, which is shorter. I would tend to agree. I think the first episode will have the long one, and then all the other ones will have a shorter one after that. So we got LOL, haha. Foley is no pivot man. I see. I don't even know what we're talking about at this point. I don't know what you were laughing at. So, because I'm behind in the chat, you see. John says, I always don't agree with having anything beat off on me. Just the tip. Oh, okay, that's what you guys are laughing at. Okay. Raymond says, I just want to tell you that I'm actually a conductor at the Arkansas Missouri Railway that goes from Springdale, Arkansas to Van Buren, Arkansas. That is fucking cool, man. You need to send me a private message on Facebook. We need to talk. I want to get some pictures of the locomotives and stuff. That's awesome. Feed Me Seymour. Mirror Universe is just them with beards. Travis John Richard says, Transformers Beast Wars was a kid's show, and look at the fan following now. It was a kid's show, but we watched it, the older generation, because it was G1. Like we were G1 fans. And I remember being pissed off at Beast Wars initially because I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? They have the CGI technology. They could make the 80s cars and characters look fantastic in CG. Spot on, perfect. I'm not going to watch this Beast Wars shit. And then Beast Wars was like, hey, we found the Ark. There's G1 Transformers here. And I'm like, what? So I retroactively became a big fan of Beast Wars as a result. So yeah, made for kids, but aimed at that older audience. And Star Trek knows, like Clone Wars, if you make a show for kids, but put in adult storylines, the adults are going to watch that shit too. And I think that's exactly what this show's going to be about. So, Matt Boardman, love me some puggy snores. Geraldine, correction, the people love puggins. Oh, everybody loves you and you're snoring. But they all think I'm farting or I'm hungry and my stomach's growling. So, yeah, she's just sleeping away. Here, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this off of here and turn the camera around so you guys can see her. Because this is what I'm dealing with. She's even sleeping against the other pug. Precious. Are you awake yet? Say hi to your fans. I can see into your soul. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. And the reason the towel is there is because she's really technically not allowed to be in here, but she will not leave me alone when I'm doing a live. So she comes in here and she gets hair all over the goddamn futon. So I just put the towel down so I don't have to clean up hair. Just a question of moving the towel. In case you guys were wondering. And if you weren't wondering, I don't care because I just told you anyway. Because it's my prerogative as your commanding officer. Feed Me Seymour, I think it's Wormhole Generator just because it's heavily Voyager themed and ideas do tend to be spawned of ideas unexplored in main shows. Yeah. Funky Weird Robot Name says Alice Eve was a blessing to the eyes and perfect as Carol Marcus. Perfect personality for Kirk. Hell yeah. Jedi Production says you can have shit CGI, but if the story is there, then you have a good show. Images tell the part of the story. And if Sam Jackson was in Star Trek movie, it'll be... What? Fleetpaw says, I think that would be X-rated, not R-rated, Stuart. Oh, no, nudity's R-rated. Sex is X-rated. Bill says, recast Sasha Grey as the Falcon in the R-rated Trek. John says, Alice Eve is exquisite. Check out her interview with Craig Ferguson. They had great chemistry. Yeah, I met her in Birmingham when I was there, and she was fantastic. Beautiful lady. Jedek says, I've had it with these motherfucking Klingons in this motherfucking system. Oh, there we go. That's the end of the thing you were saying. Good old gamer. How did they figure out how to generate wormholes from a ship? They couldn't even make one stable that was natural. Well, we don't know. We don't know what the tech is yet. We don't know that it's a wormhole generator. We don't know what's involved with it. Maybe it's not stable. That's why the goddamn ship was crash landed on a planet. Who knows? Maybe they'll be afraid to activate it because they don't know where they're going to end up. I don't know. I'm just saying. Star Trek doesn't need gratuitous if it's written in cleverly. True, but there's a few scenes in TNG that would benefit from just a top coming off. That's all I'm saying. Just a little icing on the cake. Don't want to use my imagination all the time. Wooden Flute says, it's interesting that after Brian Fuller left Discovery, along with his no round nacelles order, Trek has again wholeheartedly embraced round nacelles with the Cerritos and the Protostar. Hell yeah. Brian Fuller can suck my nut bag. Let's see, we have 86 people watching, 118 likes. That's awesome, guys. Let's get to 125 likes. That should be doable. And please, super chat if you can. Super chats are a little late, but that's okay. I don't usually expect them during these ones. So I do like to read everybody's comment ish. I do skip a few that don't seem important or, just to catch up to the chat. So, but yeah. Everybody loves the Puggy. Fleetpaw Swiftback, $2. If you're hungry, I know someone who can help. LOL. I don't know what that's referring to. Andy says I would die for him. What, the pug? Well, it's a she. Her name is Precious. Superbats, how to be your first reaction if you're not... How to be your first reaction if it hasn't come out yet. Because it was my first time seeing it today, so this is the first reaction to me seeing it for the first time. Feed me Seymour. The nacelles have a JJ Enterprise feel, but that saucer is Voyager inspired. It also has a bit of Defiant coloring on the ship. I think they are using influence from all of the old shows for Protostar. It's definitely interesting design. I want to find out who designed it. I want to talk to them. I want to find out what the mandate was to get it designed. It's an interesting ship. I like it. Matt says, aw, she loves her steward. Jedek says, I think Olivia is not going to be happy with you showing the Puggy. Right? John says, aw, she's gorgeous. Pugs shed like hell yeah, they do. Rock Solid Productions. At Captain Foley, fire at DJ Odyssey again, please. Why? Oh, you want me to fire DJ Odyssey again? Why? What did he do this time? Matt Boardman, I'm looking forward to this series. Kate Mulgrew strikes me as someone who is very particular about what project she gets involved with. Tim says, just checked. New theme is composed by the same guy as the Kelvin movies. Definitely has that feel, so yeah. Feed me Seymour. One thing I liked in the JJ universe was the Uhura Spock love interest. In Strange New Worlds, I really hope they bring this to the show and introduce Uhura. I hated that. It's clear that the people that wrote one of the Alex Kurtzman, the 2009 JJ Trek, watched the first 2 episodes of TOS, Where No Man Has Gone Before, and I don't know what the fucking that's the man trap, I think. I don't know. Anyway, because in one of those early ones, Spock is in the captain's chair and Uhura's like, tell me what Vulcan's like under the moonlight, or what the moon looks like on Vulcan. Vulcan has no moons, even though it has like 15 moons, but whatever. That one scene, and I think the one from Charlie X, where Spock is playing his Vulcan lyre thing, and Uhura sings, Those are the only two instances in the whole fucking show that indicate that they might have something going on. And yet it's so lathered throughout 2009 and beyond, meaning the other movies that came afterwards, that they obviously thought that they were fucking. Like, it was bullshit. It was a stupid, nonsensical thing to fucking do. It was just dumb. Not as dumb as Star Trek Five, where Uhura and Scotty apparently have a thing. What the fuck was that about? But anyway, moving on. Jadek Productions. He wants to see Dr. Crusher and Troy doing their yoga in the nude. That would definitely be one of the things, yes. Good old gamer. Foley just wishes Troy and her mom didn't have blankets on if Frankie captured them. LOL, just kidding. Not literally, yeah. That would be perfect nude scene. It's like, it's realistic. There's a reason for it. Yes. Even if it's just a second. Like, moving on. Jadek Productions, but in the Ensigns of Command, where they beam over to the Sheliak ship, you do get to see the counselor's hem. Okay. Matt Boardman, which Gishino is a brilliant composer. It's just unfortunate that he associated with a lot of the JJ movies. But the music's the best part of the JJ movies. So if anything, it's like, Puggins, hey, wake up. You're getting too loud now. You need to change positions or something. Come here. Yeah. I love you, but you're really annoying me right now. There you go. That's a better position. There. Should probably be quieter now. It could be a warp booster for the new ship. Yes, probably. Rock Solid Productions. Because he does it so well. What? Who does what? What? John says, did you hear that Netflix is losing all the Trek series soon? Yes, I did. Not in Canada, though. Just in the States from what and I think worldwide. But that's because they have Paramount Plus now. So it's just time to renew the contract for Netflix. And Paramount's saying, nope. Yoink. But Luoxana was smashable. Thomas says, Foley, how are you going to feel if that thirdish nacelle is a rocket engine? Because there always seems to be inconsistencies in Kurtzman Trek. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was a rocket engine. I would be furious. Peepaw says, if your stomach was growling, Trekyards, I know a guy. I'm sure he'd send food. Oh. Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. Thomas, as for the shop, it's STO's Star Cruiser. It wasn't designed. It was taken from STO. Oh, well, there you go. Matt Boardman, I'm a little bummed because I tried so hard to get on this show. Like as a character? Because you're not animated. You're not animated persons. That's why you're not on there. Just saying. I know what you mean. Joseph says, you got fancy looking McDonald's cups. Oh, ours in the States are now smaller and just clear plastic. Oh, really? Damn. Rock Solid Production says, it's Deej. Foley, it's Deej. Isn't that enough? Or isn't that, though? I mean, isn't that enough? I mean, yeah, he's probably done something stupid. But I love the guy, and he's not fired currently. Darth Maul, the Spock Uhura romance came out of nowhere for me in the JJ movies. Prime Uhura was more into Scotty, I always thought. Good old gamer. So you're saying Uhura had a thing with everyone. Uhura and Scotty, what? Yeah, Star Trek 5, man. Star Trek 5. Darth Maul, speaking of cups, Troy had a wonderful set of large cups. Yeah. The Womp Rat, did you see the Robert Beltran is also going to be in Prodigy? Yes, talked about that earlier in this very live stream. Curtis Simpkins, hello, Captain. Sorry I'm late. Did I miss anything, sir? I mean, you missed a lot. You're fired. Just kidding. 94 people here, 133 likes. That is amazing, guys. All right, now we're aiming for 150. 17 more likes, 150. Come on, let's do it. And some more super chats. Honestly, another $20 would be great. If you're able to, that would be fantastic, guys. Would you like to see a Captain Riker spin-off show of Lower Decks set on a Titan? Sure. Yeah, why not? She was flirting hard with him in the final frontier. Yes, she was. ST Scout guy, I miss Dot. We have not seen her in a while. Well, she's downstairs right now. She's a little bit of a priss. She knows she's not supposed to come in here, and she's a lot smarter than the fucking pug. And I'm a sucker for the pug, so that's why she's in here. But Dot's probably downstairs with Sylvia right now until I'm done, and then she'll come and sit with me on the couch, or she's on the couch right now. So I hear the pug sleeping. Yeah. Earlier I turned the camera on her, Curtis. So Matt Boardman. For right now, it's just 3 series off of Netflix: TOS, Enterprise, and Voyager. Oh, okay, good. Bill W. Jr. 2. I have no recollection of that. Yeah, it's on the bridge. She brings him a snack because he's fixing one of the consoles, and she's like, "Oh, lassie, you're such a sweetheart," or something. I forget what he says. But anyway, yeah. Matt Berman, TNG and DS9 will remain for now. Dun dun dun. Preston M. Crusher Space Ghost scene. Imagination. Feed Me Seymour, not losing it to in the UK either. Jedi Productions. Well, that big bully guy may have gas, so the port maybe for expulsion of said gas. Just jokes, man. Please don't stop talking to me. Sean says, are you looking forward to the Voyager documentary? I think there's a trailer out for it. It's called The Journey. Absolutely I am. And Commander Calkins and myself will be in that in some capacity. A little bit of a cameo, Easter egg type of deal. See if you can spot us. I'm ditching Netflix. No purpose now. Safe Commander, a rocket engine that runs on dilithium. Ugh. Oh, no, you didn't. Good old gamer. If you want horny Trek, watch Enterprise. Although they were in their undies with us all the time. Yes. Fleet Paw Swiftback at the beginning of the movie when Enterprise is in pieces. Raymond Anders. I like the Andorian class too. Andor class too. That's why I made the design of the USS Arkansas States class. Yes. Area 51. Brief and scene required nudity is fine. That's why we have the pause button. Amen, brother. Feed Me Seymour. I do wonder what if the future Trek looks back at Kirk's story, or if he has become a bit redundant. Terry says, I tend to block Star Trek V from my memory. There's a lot of good stuff in Star Trek V. And honestly, with the production changes and the changing budget constantly, I think Shatner did a pretty good job. It's not his original vision at all, but I think he did a pretty good job with what was thrown at him. So I hate people that just, rail on Star Trek V. There's a lot of good in Star Trek V. Core unit. So people thirsting after Troy. She had an interesting acting career before TNG. Oh yeah, she's been naked quite a bit. She actually, in one of the recent interviews she did, she's like, I want to thank everybody that was involved with TNG for, the opportunity to be on the show, because otherwise I probably would have had a very interesting career. So. Joseph, I'm a little annoyed about Netflix thing too. They're only keeping TNG and DS9 for now. Owning the discs is the best way. This is the way. John Ansell, Scotty was a Chad in real life, a real hard nut. Wounded in World War II, chicks dig scars. Yeah, he had his finger shot off. He was missing a finger all through Star Trek. He got shot in the chest. He got shot 3 times on D-Day. And survived, so he was a hard ass, yeah. Fleet Paw, Star Trek V wasn't that bad. You have to give it a chance and remove the wackiness from it. I want to see Zap Brannigan from Futurama up here on Lower Decks. Sean says, like the vid, now hope you hit Hundy Fitty. You've been talking to Jeff Jacobs. He's the one that always made me say 150. 143 likes, guys. 7 more likes. 7 of you out there have just tuned in or something and haven't hit that like button. I see you. I see what you're doing. Hit that like button, guys. Sage Commander, the pug performs better with the YouTube algorithm anyway. That's true. Mealy Critical, F Netflix then. This thing is practically my Star Trek app. Curtis Simpkins, I got rid of Netflix a few years ago. YouTube, I watch now. Wooden Flutes, does the TMP era font on Discovery ships bother you? The USS Kelvin got it right, TOS font. Early renders of the USS Europa used the TOS font, but it was changed to the finished Discovery premiere. Yes, yes. The improper font on a ship that's pre-TOS bugs the shit out of me. So yes, 100%, yes. Sorry, my back's starting to bother me, guys. Steam powered. Personally, I'll take all the TOS movies over what came after. Even 5 was not a fan of the Next Generation movies or the JJ movies, though Beyond was a step in the right direction. Yeah, Beyond was good. I liked Beyond. Millie Critical. Bro, how about Jay Lane? Just figured out she's a tweaking. Jennifer Lynn. Just figured out she's a tweaking. I don't know what you mean. Scythe Commander, you don't like Star Trek 5. Share your pain. Shren the Orc. The marshmallow dispenser was the best thing ever. You mean the marshmallow? I wish they would have explained why he said marshmallow. It's in the book. It was in the original, one of the original drafts of the script. McCoy basically went into the computer and reprogrammed the database. So when Spock did his research on camping, instead of marshmallow, it was marshmallow. And there was a whole scene where he says, a marshmallow. And Kirk was about to correct him. And McCoy's like, nah, just play on. I'll be damned. A marshmallow. And Kirk figured it out. Spock also figured it out because at the end of the movie, he was going to pull one out and he called it a marshmallow. And he says something about tampering with the database and, you know, just, you got to learn how to cover your tracks. So the marshmallow thing's hilarious. It's in the novel and it was in one of the original scripts. I wish they would have kept it in the movie though. Well, I'll be damned. A marshmallow. Feed me Seymour. Although Kirk's son died, nobody stays dead. I'd bring that character back. Feel like I missed opportunity with that character. Yeah. Good old gamer. The TNG movies are better if you think of them as more episodes instead of movies, especially Insurrection. It's definitely a long episode. Curtis Simpkins. So far, I have TOS on DVD and Blu-ray and Voyager, and I need the rest on DVD and Blu-ray. Let's see. I have TNG. I have TOS in DVD, Blu-ray. I've got TNG in Blu-ray or in DVD, all of it. I've got Lower Decks so far in Blu-ray. All the other ones I don't have as far as the series go. We just have them downloaded and watch them on the computer or like a flash drive on the TV, you know, so. John says, Kirk redundant, blasphemy. I know testosterone is frowned upon nowadays, but there will always be a place for Kirk. Absolutely. Terry says, stupid question, but wasn't Roddenberry a B-29 pilot? I know Kelly worked for Army Air Force in film. Yes, Roddenberry did fly a B-29 bomber. He's also a cop. Donnie says, hello, Captain, and I'll hope everyone is well this evening. I love the new Prodigy main title sequence and theme tune, to be honest. I knew you would, Donnie. I was waiting, but hello, Donnie. B-17 pilot. There you go. Fleet Pass says, Duan was shot by one of his own men 6 times, 4 times in the leg, 1 in the chest, and main title sequence and theme tune, to be honest. What? Oh, and 1 took his right middle finger. Yes. Wow. The chat shifted for a second. I do love all the Star Trek movies 1 through 6. Shran the Orc says, LOL. I don't know what you're laughing at. Feed Me Seymour came across a scene in season 2 of Discovery where Stamets asked Tilly to sing her favorite song, Space Oddity. Actually felt very touching scene, but wondered did they stop making music post 2000s? Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Every time you see anybody listen to fucking music on Star Trek, it's classical. Like, there's no Beastie Boys. There's no, well, there is Beastie Boys in fucking JJ films. Why did I say Beastie Boys? Everybody I could have picked. Yeah, like, listen to other music. Sure, you might have the rights to it to play it on your show, but come on. Classical music all the time? No, 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 no. That's like the prettiest example of a human being. Just, yeah. And even the movies they watch, the black and white movies, Enterprise, that's all they watched was old B movies or old black and white movies. Even in Discovery, when they were showing a movie in the shuttle bay, it was a black and white Buster Keaton film. It's like, there's other forms of entertainment, guys. Spocko says, dude, sit down and have a beer. I am sitting down and I had alcohol earlier. Jaddock Productions, oh, gotta go. The store is calling me. It's time to put on my manager's hat. Well, go enjoy. Have fun. Ozzy singing, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Good old gamer Tim Paris. I mean, you think you mean Tom Paris. Captain's Proton would have been perfect for short treks. Yes. Oh, he did correct it to Tom. Right underneath. Feed Me Seymour, would you ever own a Star Trek Enterprise uniform? Absolutely. I love the jumpsuits. I love the flight suit style because I love fighter pilots. I love that kind of thing. So I would absolutely, absolutely have one of the Enterprise ones. Wow, 6 times Doohan's men hated him. Oh, that's funny. Oh, the guy that shot him was nervous. Yes. Steam powered. I like the beats and the shouting. Matt Boardman. We didn't stop making music post 2000s, but the quality of which is not all that great. Ha ha ha. John Ansel. I hated that Space Odyssey scene. It felt like it wasn't shoehorned in because of Bowie's death. They need some Prince references too. Cringe. They made some Prince references too. Fire the booster rockets. Matt Bourman's like, Captain, life is not a dream. Spocko, LOL, why not have more beer? I drink beer as I have no choice. I don't have any beer. I've got some Smirnoff Ice downstairs. Ice, baby. I don't have any beer right now. I wish I did have a beer, actually. I could go for one, but... Oh, the pug header's down, so sure, heads up. Curtis says, if I was on the Enterprise, I put on my Elvis Presley music for Spock to hear. Sean says, review of Prodigy. Hey, it's a Star Trek. Good old gamer. I'm kind of glad they went with the classical music. Anytime modern licenses run out, then they edit the music out with, with his words. Yeah, well, I guess. That's, it's also stupid, though. Ozzy said, just had some tacos from the Cerritos. Steam Powered says, to be fair, Buster Keaton was great. That aside, though, I always assumed it's because they go for cheap public domain media to keep the budget down. Yeah, but why are the people actually watching it in universe? Like, what's the reason? 153 likes. That is awesome, guys. That is amazing for a late night live. And 89 people still here. So if you're one of those 89 people that haven't hit like yet, if the thumb is not blue, you did not do. So hit that thumb. Hashtag like spike. I haven't done a hashtag like spike in a while, so... Matt Berman. Yeah, you'd be surprised as to how expensive it is to get music rights. Rights for music, TV, and shows. Or movies. Cameron Murray says, I don't think I can wait anymore for Discovery Season 4. I can't wait to see what happens next. Dun, dun, dun. We'll find out probably on September 8th. We'll get a maybe teaser trailer for Season 4, or we'll find out a release date. So... Matt Boardman, when I was working on Defiance, we used a song from The Who in the 3rd season, and for just a short clip of the song, we had to pay $50,000. See, that's fucking stupid. I hate that. That's ridiculous, beyond ridiculous. Bill says Puggy's head is up because she heard beer. Good dog. Thumb is black now. Good old gamer. Why do people watch Shakespeare plays today? Yeah, but that's not all I fucking watch. So why every time do they watch movie night on Enterprise? It's got to be a stupid black and white movie. Why don't they watch Titanic? Why don't they watch a movie that hasn't been made yet? Because movies will be made for quite a few years still to come. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Gone with the Wind. Why didn't they watch Gone with the Wind? You know, shit like that. That dude Vince. They like their people being familiar with historical stuff, I guess, like Rosemary's Baby and Enterprise. It's mentioned, I think, yeah, but it's not shown. Oh, because they've been translated from the original Klingon. Show the pug captain, you get more likes. Well, she's just changed positions. She's being a little drama queen about it. Hey, Super Captain Foley, Foley, Foley. Here's the box that Superior Commander sent you. Hope isn't what the doctor wanted on the Cerritos. Oh, I just wanted the box. Feed me, Seymour. Trek, what's this? I'm picking up classical music on the long-range scanners. Somebody once told me the world was gonna owe me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Good God. Joseph, I wonder how much BSG they had to pay Bob Dylan for all along the Watchtower. They used that a lot. They probably got a package deal. They got to use it however many times for like a set price. I'm sure there's deals like that can be made. Fleetpaw Swiftback, you've never experienced anything until you experienced it in the original Klingon. You should see Trekyards in the original Klingon. God damn. Heartburn City, that Smirnoff Ice. Careful. I don't get heartburn. They probably didn't have to pay as much because it was a remake done by Bear McCreary. Bill says, I wonder if they had to pay for Kermit's appearance on Seth with the name, what's his name? For Captain Ed Mercer on the desk. Why can't I think of the name of the show? The Orville. Spocko says, normally I would not even drink, but I have 2 types of cancer. Just read, don't tell everyone. It's just for you, bro. Just say, yes, I see. Well, I already read it, so I feel like an idiot. But everybody's going to see it anyway. So, and I always read your comments, everybody's comments. So I apologize, and sorry to hear that. Enjoy your beer. Matt Boardman, if it's a cover, you don't have to pay as much as using the original recording. Feed me Seymour, on board a Trek ship. Okay, tonight's movie is Star Wars The Force Awakens. Can we watch something else? Maybe a Buster Keaton? Maybe that's what happened. Steam powered. Imagine them showing Event Horizon on movie night on the Enterprise. The Orville, thank you. Spocko says, no, don't. Well, I'm sorry, I already did. I didn't. I just read, and I'm sorry. Damn it. That makes sense. It's not the original artist performance. Or Alien. Alien would be good. Curtis says, on Enterprise, they can watch Star Trek 2 movie, LOL. Spocko says, no worries. I'm really, really sorry. Thank you, Fleetpaw. Fleetpaw took care of it, and I should have... Honestly, not that they're supposed to read all the chats, but the moderators, for something like that, should have caught that, because it would show message deleted or hidden by, and then I can just view deleted, and then I can read it and decide whether I want to read it or not. So my apology, that's my bad, but yeah, I really feel bad, man. Pug snort or fart? It's definitely a snort. She doesn't fart. She's not much of a farter. Bill says, kind of like when they watch Spaceballs on Spaceballs. Okay, well, You guys want to see the pug again? Because I know you do. That's just the way of things. There she is. Precious, say hi to your fans. Oh, her tail moved. Oh, her tail moved. Say hi to your fans, Puddins. She's like, I don't know what that means. Ba, 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 ba. In universe, weren't they in the middle of a genetic wars in 2000? Genetic wars were 1996, like the most of the 90s. Yes. Caboodlefish. The rest of us have eyes. It's not on UCAP. Well, I don't know. Curtis Simpkins. They could watch some Sherlock Holmes movies. Yeah, they could probably watch some crappy. Just kidding. I don't know if Feed Me Seymour is here or not, but some Jeremy Brett, or not Jeremy Brett. Wow, Basil Rathbone movies. I mean, they're black and white. That'll work. A little cute doggy. Ozzy says, "Did someone love the original Frankenstein movie on the NX-01, then sent it to her ambassador on Vulcan?" I don't know what you mean, Ozzy. I can't resist the pug. What a cute pug. Oh, so cute. My girlfriend loves the pug. Feed Me Seymour. Somewhere on Earth right now, Khan is sleeping in stasis. Feed Me Seymour. I'm resisting the base breathbone comments. Okay, so Feed Me Seymour is here. I need to do a Sherlock Holmes video soon. I've been getting that Sherlock Holmes. I go in waves with that. Like I'll get really interested in it and watch a bunch of stuff and then fade right back out of it again. With a lot of my interests actually these days. But actually, the one thing that popped up in my mind last night for no apparent goddamn reason was the Dragon Riders of Pern. And I posted on Twitter and Facebook, like, where's our Dragon Riders of Pern movie or series? And don't fuck it up. Dragon Riders of Pern is a fantastic series of books by Anne McCaffrey. If you haven't read them, what's wrong with you? I have the Atlas of Pern. I have the People of Pern. I got a whole bunch of the supplement books. I've got all of the books that she wrote. One or two that her son wrote. They aren't as good. But the Pern stuff is fantastic. And for some reason, it popped in my head last night. So now I got this real urge to like get back into the Dragon Riders of Pern and reread some of the stuff. So I don't know why. I'm just flaky like that. Good old gamer. It's a shame they didn't get to have the MCU in Trek since Doctor Strange was Khan. Preston M. I wonder what episode of Star Trek would think of Blazing Saddles. Jesus Christ. Curtis says, play the game of Sherlock Holmes. I do have some Xbox 360 Sherlock Holmes games, but honestly, the Sherlock Holmes games never really. The Sherlock Holmes formula didn't translate well to video games. I do have the Consulting Detective game, which is not a video game. Maybe that's what you're talking about. You know who is the best Sherlock Holmes? Yes, Basil Rathbone. All right. Fleetpaw, I want you to I want you to prevent him from commenting for 3 minutes. John says we had a really good chat about Sherlock Holmes last week. We did. Caboodlefish, yeah, haven't heard anyone mention Dragon Riders in a long time. Terry says, is it just me or did Khan have no dark skin makeup in Star Trek 3 when in TOS he did? Yeah. He did have on the black facey stuff in the TOS, but Fleetpaw drops a ban. Sorry, Feed Me Seymour. You've been timed out for a little while. It's just playful. If I don't want it to bother you, I'm just joking around. Mass Effect is an amazing game series, and you haven't played them. What's wrong with you? No time. Feed Me Seymour says, I don't know if it's been brought up yet, but when are they making Starfleet Academy? Uh, you're asking for it. You're pushing, man. John says, I really like Jeremy Brett. Everybody should, because Jeremy Brett is the definitive Sherlock Holmes. Caboodlefish just finished season 2 of Altered Carbon. That made me want to go back and read the books again. Spocko says, well, since everyone... this is something I should read, I guess. Since everyone knows I have kidney cancer and skin cancer, everyone over 40, please get checked for cancer so you might get ahead of it. Well, thank you for saying that. A friend of mine, his wife, recently just died from like cervical cancer. It's been a few years, and it's fuck cancer. Is all I have to say. So, yeah, if you can get checked out early and stuff, I'm so sorry, man. I feel so shitty about it. I'm so sorry, Spocko. Joseph says, had the Dragon Rider PC game back in the 80s, fun game. I had that too for the computer, and my fucking ex-wife, I never got it back. I also had the Dragon Riders of Pern board game. Never got that back. And I was lamenting about that shit last night because, and let's be fair, that Dragon Riders of Pern computer game was fucking awful and boring. But that doesn't matter really. It was also available for the Sega Dreamcast. So, but yeah, they need to make a good game, a good movie, a good series about Dragon Riders of Pern. Absolutely. Fleet Pause says, I warned you, LOL. Fleet Pause, or Feed Me Seymour is, I don't know if his timeout is done yet, but imagine them watching Braveheart. Thanks, Spocko. Sending good vibes. Yeah, man. You got a lot of good vibes here, a lot of people that care about you, so it's a good place to come, get some rejuvenation. You'll feel better. We'll send our positive vibes and prayers for you. Ozzy says, just watch James Bond movie, the late Sir Roger Moore, Live and Let Die, with Jane Seymour, her first movie role. Oh, Jane Seymour. Jane Seymour for the win. Jane Seymour in Battlestar Galactica. Oof. Jane Seymour in anything. Jane Seymour in my bed. Jane Seymour and Linda Carter are two of the most attractive old ladies I've ever seen. They're fantastic. Oh, Jane Seymour. I'd like to see more of Jane. Moving on. I like the Dreamcast a lot. Terry says, I've fried my ears in the sun so many times, including a recent hike. Skin cancer check is a good reminder. Let's not focus on that, guys. I mean, I wasn't even supposed to read it. You weren't supposed to know, and now it's like, oh, we're talking about it, so let's just get past it. I just send your positive thoughts and vibes, like, mentally through the screen. Let's not just focus on it. So I feel like a schmuck for doing that. Jane Seymour in Live and Let Die. I think that's it. We talked about the Prodigy Protostar opening, and we're going to be doing a video on it tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to film 2 actually, probably a first reaction to the full intro, and then a first reaction, well, a first look at the Protostar. And we will go from there. And then tomorrow's live will probably be on the intro as well, because why not? I mean, strike while the iron is hot kind of thing. So, or while the anvil is hot. So yeah, Feed Me Seymour. I don't know if you're there. I hope you're still there, even though you got timed out. Oh, there he is. Howdy. I didn't want any hard feelings. I was just joking around with you. So was Fleet Pause. So. Don't forget Gwyneth Paltrow. She's also hot. However, she's fucking weird. Her company named Goop, where she has a vagina-scented candle, and there's some weird, wacky health things on there that are actually detrimental to people. So I kind of lost a little respect for her for that, but yeah, she's fucking also super hot. So anyway, guys, let's call it quits there. Thank you so much for watching. Check out tomorrow. We'll probably be releasing a video in the afternoon talking about this intro, and tomorrow's live will likely be us discussing it with you guys as well. So thank you for watching this. Hit that like button if you haven't already before you leave. That would be awesome. We're at 166 likes. That's amazing. Another 9 likes to get to 175 would be great. If you can, please do. And until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. Thank you for watching. USS Protostar is amazing. Anyway, see you guys later. Have yourselves a good night.